Hi y'all, it's Jassy, creator and founder of Onya'e Naturals for those who are new here, and to talk about concrete candles and candle making, and is slowly transitioning to other topics as well, just lifestyle and what I do and read. And with the update recently with GSC and how they're going to stop Hydrostone, I'm slowly transitioning my business away from making the Hydrostone vessels and just going to be making regular candles. I have the rest of the year, so it's not like now. They stopped the sale of Hydrostone come November, so I still have, time and enough material, looking at my vessels, to make them still. And then I'm just making regular candles. Updates with that because I feel like I need to clarify some things because I've had some questions. I know cement all exists. I know there are other forms of gypsum. I'm stopping altogether. I ironically was already headed that direction because the toll it's taking on my body and my time. Scaling up with the amount of orders I have is just, it's not becoming fun for me. When someone puts in an order of 300 candles, I am making the vessel and the candles with my full-time job. And it's getting like I'm growing, but my speed isn't as fast. But when the news came out of stopping Hydrostone, I'm like, well, this is the sign. I was already headed this direction, and I'm still a candle maker, but I also want to spread my wings and be creative in other ways. So come next year, 2027, I'm going to be shifting to making glass candles. Not the glass, but regular candles inside the glass jar. And I'm already working with my designer. Shiho is amazing. And I'm excited to just share what we have. I can't right now because it's not done, but when the time comes, it's going to be really great. She sent me some proofs this morning. I have about 4 versions and they look so good. I finished about 3 books the past couple of weeks. I read really fast. I love reading, and I experienced the loss in my family recently, 2 losses, days apart. So I've also been grieving and going through the motions of that while going through my business changes, and it's been weird. But I went to the memorial this weekend, and it just felt good to see my family and feel a little lighter. I had a video filmed actually, and it was just such a bummer and so negative and sad, so I'm not going with it. But I figure I'd just talk about other things. I have labels coming for a custom order for Hypnos, and I have another set of glass jars in the mail. I'm getting ready for winter prep, my fall blends. I have some fun changes coming, so I'm excited to kind of talk about all that. Everything's changing, and I'm just trying to roll with the punches. It's weird, but I have a lot to look forward to. I'm in a good mood considering. Loss is weird, grief is weird. I don't know how everyone handles it differently. I don't want to know how to handle it. It just kind of hit me all at once the other day, and yeah, so now I'm back home and I got work to do, and I got a new planner to decide to work on for 2027. I use Sterling ink, but I also love Hobonichi. I also found a new one that I'm thinking of, like thinking of all that, business stuff, work stuff, you name it. Anyway, so let's get into this video, work on some things, and yeah, pretty excited. Thanks for sticking with me if you're watching this far. I'm trying to turn the sealed concrete vessels that I have into candles, so I'm going to do that today. And then the complete concrete candles, put it in boxes, and I want to use all my custom boxes because I do need to use them before I run out of everything. And if I run out of the boxes first, I have craft as backup. So it's really like behind the scene work I need to get done, and seal another layer of some jars. And yeah, put all like my completed candles here and upstairs. Those I need to seal. Some I'm waiting for my new fall blends to arrive, make more candles. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. So we're gonna work together a little bit. So I am going to add wicks to these jars. They're already sealed and ready to turn to candles after the wax heats up. And then these two I need to package. And I already have the boxes. I plan on using all of my custom boxes as much as I can, especially before next year. I'm not going to put in another order. I eventually will have special boxes made, but first I'm going to work on the label and then the boxes later. And I really want to get this shelf like completed. I want these to be candles. They're just sitting empty and it's time to make them because I have a market in 2 weeks. So this is partially market prep and also just for the online store and local shops. So I figure while the wax heats up before I make these candles, I start doing another layer of sealing these jars and then we can chat about quarter goals. About 7 months ago, I did a video about quarter goals that I had for the year. That means the goal wasn't like rushed. It wasn't supposed to be like January before February, get this done. It was more of before 2026. Get this done, cross it off your list. And I want to just check in on what I have accomplished and what I still have yet to do or will no longer be doing. So while I seal, I normally pour some into a separate little container. I'm not doing that right now because I'm only doing one layer and it's fine. It's fine. I can see if this was like a fresh vessel I was sealing, but it's not. So it's just FYI. You don't need to call me out in the comments about it. So the first thing I want to go over that I wrote was online orders and stepping that up. I did step up. I had more online orders so far this year without having to do 12 markets than I did last year. And I thought that was really cool because one of my goals was to get people to my website, which is really hard to do. So I did some ads and I hate ads, don't get me wrong. So I try not to like go overboard because we constantly get bombarded with them every day on Instagram. So I did, and I got more online orders. I posted more on social media, and it just felt really good being able to pack orders and film some of them. My videos on YouTube aren't mainly like, let's pack orders, because I don't get enough that warrants 30 minutes of packing orders. But when I do, I, try to remember and film it. And it's been really cool seeing new folks find me and some folks who met me at market support me. It just means a lot. So that is something I would say I'm still currently working on and accomplishing. It's hard, especially with so much competition out there. But luckily that hasn't like stopped me. It just inspires me to keep going. And I'm going to try to get more creative with my post. With everything going on recently in my personal life, family and health, it's just been tough to like get creative on social media. So I did do this fun post that's like, you know how yellow font's trending everywhere? It's getting to the point where it's like, all right, we're really just copying and pasting. I did one where it's on Instagram. I'll put on the screen wherever I'm at. And it's like, I'm using big yellow font to grab your attention because I wanted to share some updates. And I got some orders from that. And I thought that was kind of cool. And I hope people who ordered appreciate it. And next is update photography. I did. I updated photography. I worked with two amazing women. They are very talented. And I'm just grateful that I got to like see my vision come to life with the concrete candles. So I got help and they did an amazing job showing you on the screen. And by far some of my favorite shoots. And I need to just continue stepping up and using those photos, but I think it was worthwhile. And I'm excited to do another photo shoot. So I worked with amazing women and man, I'm just like really, really grateful. Hiring help for production. So that was like the biggest goal of mine. I had some help just in time for a gigantic order. Like this was about over $290, I believe. and I needed help with vessels. And my friend slash designer Shiho, she helped, and we met up over matcha, and we discussed timing, pricing, scheduling, and she came over every other week about a few hours to help me make vessels. First, I had to train her, and I was like, oh yeah, everyone just doesn't know the technique. And she learned, and I learned too. It's harder than it looks. It's not about just getting your silicone bowl, mixing, and then you have a vessel. It is way more to it. So that was kind of cool to show, like, yeah, it's not that easy. And then when she got it, she got it. When you hire help, build up a contract, talk to each other, communicate on dates, and agree and sign it. We're friends, so I know it's like all weird and whatnot, but we're also business women, and it's just smart to have it in writing. And yes, it was only for like a month and a half, or less than that. It's just still proper protocol. I feel when you have a business and you're working with friends, it's just respectful, and we both understand that it's important to have. And it was just cool doing that together. I think it's really fun that if you can find some people to work with professionally and they're aligned with you, it's going to work out great. And it was such a big help, so I appreciate her. And it was just cool that that's something I was able to cross off my list. Refill options. So as you know, with one of my survey responses I did at the beginning of the year, a lot of folks weren't asking for it, but some prefer refills. They already brought the vessel and wanted to use it as a candle, not just a planter. So I tested some out, and I did not like it. Like, making it wasn't fun. And then some of the sizes shrunk because I have some molds I've used for years. And just testing each shape, it just tired me out. And I think as a business owner, sometimes it's okay to make that decision and say no just because 5 people out of like thousands want it. It was my decision, and not enough people wanted it anyway. And I'm learning the more I do this business, one person or 5 does not mean that they are also gonna buy it. I have made decisions based off a few recommendations, and those same people don't like buy. And I'm like, why are you even telling me this? You didn't even support it. So I'm just like, I'm not doing it. Not anymore. But the concrete candles people do have can be used as like decor for gifts. Make your own candle again, do a pot. Like, it can still be a thing. But yeah, I'm just learning, like, I didn't have to do it. And there are other concrete candle makers that don't do refills. I'm not the only one, so I'm not like saying something just like so unheard of. And vlog more. Yeah, so I am trying to vlog more. Because I work full time, there are times where like 8 hours a day, I don't think you need to see that, right? Like, you want to see me at my desk typing and I gotta blur the screen. Like, it's not that exciting. So I have had times where I'm like, well, what do I film when I'm done working? And then, is my hair okay? Does my skin look good? I wash my face, but how does my, outfit look? Like, there's so many things I think I allow blocking me from just filming whenever, whatever, and then posting it. But sometimes I want it to be in order. I worry, what if I film something, take my sweet time, and I think it's going to be great, and then people skip over it. I look at my stats. I find my beginning videos really fun because it just gives you a peek into what the video is going to be about. And one of my analytics was like, oh, folks skip into that. And I'm like, guys, this is long form. Watch it. I don't know who these people are. I don't look that deep. But I think about all this hard work, and it's like, I don't want to waste my time. But I do want to keep this up because I love just venting to a camera and talking about my business when maybe my friends don't want to hear me yapping. They could just, tune in when they're ready. And I just need to do it more. But I have made more videos, and look back at the videos I did over a year ago. I say I'm stepping up. I think I've come a long way with my editing. The more I do it, teach myself some fun things. So I want to keep vlogging more. I do eventually want to get on a consistent schedule, especially with these changes. I need to just stop worrying about, what people think and just do it. Whoever likes it will continue to stay. Whoever don't, it's okay too. Let's see, pigment container. Okay, so I have to show you this. My pigment comes in a bag. I use direct colors, and I have a video about those resources. And I got containers. They're so cute because the bag got messy, and every time I put my hand in it, whether I'm wearing a glove or not, it got everywhere, and I really got tired of that. This is the bag that it came in to give you an idea. See how it's kind of messy? So yeah, I didn't like that, so I got containers. Although that is not a big goal, it was a goal of mine because for years I've used the bags the pigment came in and it was messy, and all I did was complain and did nothing about it. I finally did something about it. Goals do not have to be the biggest thing in the world, not my goals. So let's see, wholesale grown. Yes, since I made that video, I got into Portland Nursery and I got into Halen Clothing in Astoria. Another goal between that was get out of Portland, try to expand my wings, and I still want to do that for next year. I'm going to make another goal video, and especially with these changes, I'm not going to let it stop me. I want to challenge myself and get into so many more stores. So I thought that was just kind of fun and kind of cool. I met her at a market, and then I did another market where someone works with the Portland Nursery folks and spoke highly of me, and that meant a lot. So I have a relationship with them, and I just think that's really cool. Okay, next side. Oh yeah, wooden wick education card. So again, a small goal, but a goal. I had people who were like, well, how do I use this wooden wick? Why is it crackling? Like, they didn't know. There are people who just don't know about wooden wick candles. So I created an education card to show them, and I think people really like it. It's really cute, 4x4, and I designed it. I designed it on Moo, which I talk about in my packaging video that I keep referencing, and it really helped people a lot, and I wanted them to read. So one side has icons for those who are visual, and the other side's a lot of language because reading is important, and I hope they appreciate it. I think they did. I think folks appreciated that. I had some at markets and some for online. Anyway, sealed all these. These are done, and I am going to put this aside. I have like a little bag I put these in because I want to keep using it and not keep throwing it away, even though I have like 100 sponge brushes. But for now, I'm gonna put that there. And these I am going to put at the bottom shelf. So those are gonna stay there. Those are gonna stay there. And then in a couple of days, I'm going to turn them into candles and then box them up because yeah, it's time for them to go to a new home and look good on the shelf. And I am using Earth Safe finishes, still love it. And yeah, so I'll be back to make some candles. So I've been reading quite a lot lately. I read every day, but a bit more so than usual to get out of the funk that I've been in. And I just want to share the books that I've read. Some of them weird, some of them really funny and just awkward, but these are the books that's helped me kind of deal with, hurt and also procrastinate because I've been through a lot these last couple of weeks. I may be smiling, but it's still have been hard. I just don't show that. I don't want to cry on the camera. All right, so the first book I want to go over, this one's called The Only One Left. Now I want to read all his books. It is amazing. The main character is a home care worker. She goes to the house and takes care of, people in need, maybe passing or just needs extra support, but may not be able to afford a home, like a nursery home. So this particular client comes up, and there's rumors about this client because her whole family passed away all at once, and they think she did it. Well, there's twist, and by the end of the book, you learn what really happened, and it is insane. Each chapter, it's like a twist and turn, and I loved it. That's why I love it. I love not predicting the book. I like being wrong, thinking I know where this is headed, and it's not. I finished this in days. It's really good. It's not that big. You can read this before you work and lunch and after. Highly recommend. So this book is amazing. Next book I read right after is called Fruit Fly. I finished this also in about a week or two, maybe less. It's a UK top read, and it's also kind of weird. The main character is a washed up author, and she meets this guy who sadly is addicted to drugs. He's going through a lot. He lives under a bridge, and she writes a story about him, but she kind of exploits him, and she does weird things to get to meet him. But what I love about it is not that, but the underlining story of her at home, her husband, how he treats her, her mom, the things she went through. She wrote this amazing novel, but you know how when you write a book and it's good, people expect you to keep writing, kind of like George R. R. Martin right now. Everyone's like, finish this book. And she kind of fell off. Her meeting this drug dealer kind of inspired her again, and this turned into one of her best second novels. But there's twists and turns, of course, and the ending wraps it up just perfectly. It's not what I expected, and I really liked it, but trigger warning, it is a bit sad. There are some things I feel can be a bit sensitive to people. I like reading crazy, dark books, so just warning to you. It's good though. I couldn't put it down. And I love the cover. Like, it's really strong. And this book I also just finished called Kitten. My partner went to Pal's to return some books, and I took a gander, as I do. And I got this one, finished it in days. The character is annoying. She does just, she gives me the ick or secondhand embarrassment. Like, I'd be reading this and I'm just like, oh my God. Because I hope I would never do something like her. So like coming up of age, but it's a different twist to it. She gets obsessed with her partner's cat, and their relationship is just so weird because she kind of just nitpicks at things that you don't expect someone to. But this is her first boyfriend, and she has issues with her mom. She has issues with money, getting back to people, and it's just the way it comes together. It's really done nicely. Kind of funny, dry sense of humor, and she says things that you're like, I would never say that, but that's what makes this book good, in my opinion. So although she's annoying, it's a banger. I love it. 5 out of 5. And I also love the cover. I took a pic with Sebastian next to me when I was reading it, and it's just so cute because he's a cat. Anyway, it's really good. Finish this really fast. Next book, which helped me with feeling the grief. It's a horror, but it kind of reminds me of Haruki Murakami. This is called Thing Between Us, and this is the cover. It's really strong. This main guy is telling a story, like he's talking to us, but he's talking to his wife, and some weird things happen, and you're just like, what is happening? I started this on the plane going to see my family, and I'm already this far. So it's like a good read to distract. He deals with grief as well. And although it's weird, you can just feel the pain he's feeling. So there are moments you might feel a little sad, but then there are moments you're like, yeah, that makes sense why you feel this way. But then the surrealism part kicks in. You're just like, where are we headed? So I love it. It's a quick read, but yeah, all this in less than a month. So that's been giving me joy. So all these books, I already have friends who want to borrow some of them, and I'm gonna like send some books to some friends, but yeah, it's really fun. So I am going to make a set of the black tea geranium because this is a really good sell at market events. So I have extra vessels that I'm waiting for my fall collection that I'm gonna put in. So I'm splitting this vessel into 2 different blends. But for now, this is for the black tea geranium. I want to update my website inventory, and these were getting low. So I was like, oh, it's time to make a little more. Then I'm going to trim the wicks of these. So do that and then box up some more candles. The custom boxes I might bring for the Portland Flea this weekend or save it for the holiday markets, but I don't know. I might as well just see how they do. I do think the custom boxes look really good at markets, but I don't want to confuse people. But I'm sure they'll understand that I'm like just making sure nothing's wasted. Chatted with my designer again. I am excited for the new labels. I think it's going to be a nice step up. And it's going to look so good on the glasses that I'm going to be using. I'm going to add in a clear glass, but I am going to use some of the Make See ones because people really do like those. And with my label design, I'm still going to stand out. At first, I was hesitant because so many people use Make See glasses, which I get, they're beautiful, but my label is going to be my label. It's not going to look like someone else's. And I'm just really excited to stick these labels on the new candles. So now I'm just excited for the change, and I'm going to miss making these, but you know, change is important. The wax is still hot, so I'm going to wait another 25 to 30 minutes before I actually pour. And then I'm going to prep the boxes. I have labels also for that custom order I'm doing for Hypnos. So that's going to be really fun. That I'm going to probably do in the video after the market. This video is like prep and just sharing updates and talking like I used to in my old videos. I kind of just missed that. Like sometimes you just need to yap a bit. But then the next video is going to be the Portland Flea dedicated to that. And then the video after is when I work on the other custom orders and fall orders, which I'm so thrilled about. So let's get to work a little bit. I personally prefer to have the candles done before I label the boxes because then I know it's going to be exact. Sometimes I change my mind last minute and say I was like, you know what, I want this to be a different blend and I already put the label in the boxes. That would just cause a lot of waste. So make the candles first, then I label the boxes or put them together and label it. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, all these boxes are done and all I gotta do is label them. Then I'm going to trim these and then heat the tops and then pack them up. But yeah, making progress on market material, market orders, and for online orders. I also just in the mail got some more blends. So for my fall ideas that I have. So I'm really excited to concoction up these plans. I'm really looking forward to fall, the fall candles next month. And now that I know what my label's gonna look like, man, I am excited for this transition. So yeah, more updates to come on that. So that was pretty productive. I got a lot done and now I'm just gonna let this solidify a bit more and I might heat the tops, if not this evening, tomorrow, and then box them up, which I love doing, and then placing them on the shelf. It's really nice to have that done and ready to go. 2 more weeks before the Portland flees, so I'm just wrapping things up and then I need to organize, take my bags out, you know, get ready for a market. It's not going to be as intense like the Portland night market, but I do want to be prepared and organized as per usual, and have the candles already upstairs, have another box I need to load up and organize and put a list together so I don't forget and fine tune. So I love prepping for a market, getting last minute things done, thinking ahead of the winter market because it'll be here before you know it. October, I'm taking my trip, so there's a lot I want to get done so that I'm not super overwhelmed when I get back because then it's the holidays, but I'm probably going to be stressed anyway. But happy stress because there's a lot of changes coming. Now it's time to heat the tops. These are so pretty and they smell really nice, so I'm excited to pack these up. But yeah, it's time to fix the tops a little bit. Some air bubbles and a little sinkhole for one of them, and I'm just like, how is there a sinkhole for one of them but not all of them? Anyway, gonna go fix these. So we are going to box these up. I did not end up doing it the day before. I got distracted with life stuff. So we're going to package these up now. Oh, I got a text. These are ready for the other blends, and what I have packaged are ones that are done. Yeah, making progress. This has an air bubble and I need to fix it before I package it, even though it's wax, even though the customer is going to light it. I don't want them to get a candle that looks funny, so I'm going to fix this upstairs. But this was a fun vlog. I've been wanting to just catch up, work with me session, yap, and just like have a chill, cozy vlog. I haven't done that in a while. I remember when I first started, I used to do that a lot. I would just yap for like an hour. And I'm like, I miss that. This is long form after all. I can like mix and match whatever I want. I forget I could do that. Hopefully some folks have a long attention span. Put me on in the background. We could just chat. You could just listen. Have me as like white noise while you're cooking. Whatever floats your boat. It's just kind of fun to just have a chill video. And I've wanted to show like behind the scenes what I'm working on and what's to come. I'm excited for the next few videos I'm gonna do. I'm trying to be consistent. I do have the Portland Flea in 2 weeks, so the next vlog might be after that, unless I do like a surprise little one in between. It's just a lot going on with my schedule. But now that I'm back in town, I should be able to maybe squeeze one in, but if I don't, it's because I'm just going to wait for the Portland Flea video. I'm really excited about that. This will be my third time doing it, and it was really fun the first time because I was outside and the candles actually held up well. So I'm hoping the same thing will happen again, and I hope I sell well. I hope folks come out and buy some special concrete candles because once they're gone, they're gone. And although I have like a bunch of time left, there are some I'm not bringing to the market because I want them set aside for stockets. And I hope you like the book part in my newsletter if you want to check it out. I really do talk about books. I've been consistent with that, sharing a book that I'm reading every newsletter. And it's such a stress reliever and it's just fun. I don't know, reading different things. I also write words down because I need to expand my vocabulary. I need to start saying new words and not just sharpen my brain. I did it in a segment, so if you want to skip it, there are timestamps, so you're not forced to watch it. But I think it's fun if you want a book recommendation. I know reading is in because literacy is down in this country, so I swear it's not performative. I've been reading since I was a little child. My mom is a reader. She taught me, and to this day I read to escape this hellhole we call the world that we're living in. So, anyway, just let me know what you think of that. I asked a question if you guys would like for me to do fragrance reviews. Let me know if it's like too much overkill, because I know there's so many candle makers that do, and it gets to a point, but let me know. Maybe I can add my own twist. No pressure, just thinking of, different content you might want to see. But anyway, that was a fun video. I am now going to finish editing and I'm going to relax. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.